how's it going? This is my M35a2 deuce and a half. It's got the Continental LD 465 non-turbo. I've had this for a couple years now. Absolute monster. It's actually in pretty good shape. And today we're going to talk about mirrors. So when I first got this, it had these little dainty mirrors on it. I mean, I took them off and I threw them away almost immediately. And then I went online and I got these West Coast style mirrors like that. And the mirrors also came with the assembly setup, which is really nice. And a lot of people have questions about taking the smaller mirrors off and putting these West Coast mirrors on. So all they do is they bolt in on the door hinge right there, and then I had to drill some holes in this side panel to mount that crossbar right there, just to give it some rigidity. But a lot of people don't know how to take the door hinges off and excuse the mess, and what hardware you need to get. So you're gonna have 4 bolts right there on the firewall, and then you're also gonna have 4 bolts with a tapered edge right there. That one's stripped a little bit, that was my fault. But so what sizes you're gonna need for that, I went right down to Napa and they had everything that I needed. I only found one thread online that actually told me what size, what to get, and beep boop bop. So these are the old screws that came out. I don't know if you can really see it. I mean, not the best. They're old. But so for the door part of the hinge right there, it's gonna have a tapered edge on it. So what I did is I went to Napa, and the size you're gonna need is 1/4 by 20 by 3/4. So that's going to be a tapered edge, just like that. Sorry for the quality, but so that's going to be for the inside of the door here. Now, right there is going to be a 1/4 by 20 by 1 inch, non-tapered. So I have some new ones right here. Sorry. So those are going to look like this. Just a regular Phillips head. So all in all, it's a lot easier. So what happens is that over time, to take these either pins or these bolts out from the hinge, they don't like to come out. So what I did is I went online, and the old hinges that I had weren't the best, and I just bought new door hinges, and it was $80 for a set. So there's a set for each side of the truck, and this one here I reused because that one was in nice shape. It was nice and easy. That one's brand new. So I had to drive the old pins out, drive the new pins out that were in here, so I could put a bolt in for this crossbar. But ultimately, what I did first was, you open the door, and then I just took the hinges off. I took the door off completely. You can see right there when you do this, be very careful on taking the old bolts out, because you can see right there I snapped one of them with I used an impact screwdriver to kind of shock these apart. I mean, I sprayed everything more than once and it still broke. I mean, I got three out of the 4 holding it still, but just something to be mindful of, because behind this hinge there is a threaded mounting plate for each of these holes, and I don't know if you can get that plate out, or to drill. I don't know, some people have drilled and tapped these and had some luck. I mean, but it's a job. But let me tell you, after getting these mirrors on here, I can see everything going down the road, compared, because the old mirrors I had only came out to about here, and with the bed with these wood sides, because I do firewood with this, I mean, you only have a very slim view of what's behind you. But I think I paid $100. I think I paid $100 for this set of mirrors. Pretty good deal. Just found them on a surplus website. I think these are from these were for the newer A3s, but same principles, still works. But again, for the hardware for the door, for these tapered screws, it's going to be 1/4 by 20 by 3/4, and then you're going to need 1/4 by 20 by 1 inch. So I know a lot of people are asking questions on replacing these door hinges, because a lot of people have problems getting the old bolts out of these hinges to replace their mirrors. And I mean, I tried getting the old ones out to reuse the old hinges, but I mean, they were just so frozen in there from over the years with rust and everything else that it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth my time. I tried air chisels, I tried heat, I tried everything, and just to no avail. So with that being said, spend the money, go online. You can find these NOS door hinges for $80. It seems like a lot for 2 pieces of steel, but they fit, they work, and you can get these new mirrors on like a breeze. But on this side, I had a little bit more trouble, because I had on the bottom here, I couldn't get the door side of the hinge off, so I had to use this old one with the new hinge right there. So it was kind of a pain. The top one was easy, but the bottom one, for some reason, I don't know if it gets because all the water travels there or what, but alignment is pretty easy when you do this, because there's some play in the hinge itself right here and on the other side. So it gives there is room for fitment, and you can adjust them. So just a little video for you guys. I know there's a lot of questions on it. I'm gonna make more videos as I do some work to this, but I know the door hinge question pops up quite a bit, and hopefully that'll give you guys a reference point on the hardware, because everyone was asking about hardware online from what I could see. And I mean, knowing what to get and what to use, it makes it a lot easier for planning for jobs like that, because you don't want to take the hardware out and not be able to find the hardware you need to fix it. And you don't want to put old hardware back in that's fragile, because it'll snap eventually. So like, subscribe. I'm gonna be doing a lot of work to this at some point, fluid changes, and I can get you part numbers and what oil to use. I've already done it once before. I drained the transfer case, drained the transmission, found the oils that I like to use. Everyone's got a different opinion on what to use, but I mean, for the transfer case and transmission, I use just regular Travelers Tractor Supply brand, straight 40 weight, non-detergent for that, and the transmission shifts really well. Transfer case shifts really well, doesn't get hot. And then but as far as the engine goes, with the fuel filters, oil filters, I got the part numbers written down somewhere, but if anyone's interested in this, watch me work on this, you know, just give me a like and subscribe, and then I can bring you along the way. But, you know, for right now, everything's working. I got to do a few jobs with this. I just figured I'd shed some light on the whole mirror conversion, and by giving you guys, you know, what you need for hardware. And if anyone's interested in where I got these mirrors from, just, you know, put it in the comments if you guys want to know where it is, and then I'll post the website link, and I'll post the website link in the description, and that way you guys can go and get your own, or you can fabricate your own or whatever. I mean, I just bought these as is for $100 for a pair, so I mean, you can't really beat that. But all right, that seems to be about it for this video. You know, if you guys are interested in this, let me know in the comments, and then I can bring you guys along with me as I repair it and fix it and try to make it a little bit better. All right, later.